A lot of contractors are concerned these days, especially on big jobs such as data centers, Microsoft and Amazon and those kinds of jobs, that there's wire stretch going on in the conduit. With a tensiometer, you can read very accurately what that rope tension is that will tell you what the maximum stretch point is. You can actually set it in there, and I'll explain that in just a moment. A couple of great things about this tensiometer that are different than what has been traditionally used out in the field. First of all, there aren't two separate units. The old-fashioned type have a unit over here that receives the data, and then they have their roller system that's hooked up to their cable puller. Those two are tethered together, and then as that measures the rope tension, this little data center over here gathers that information, ticks it off sometimes in like a ticker tape, like a receipt type tape, and then they take that, they staple it to the paperwork, and they send it in. Well, this one, there's no need for that. There's only one single unit. It's on a rechargeable battery. The rechargeable battery, once you give it a charge for 24 hours, lasts up to 7 days. And then also the data storage, right? So instead of storing data, kicking it off on the tape, it stores it on a USB drive right here that easily installs into the equipment. And so all of the pull information that I need that's relevant is on that flash drive. All I need to do is plug it into my computer. I can email it, send it to anybody that needs it at that point. Great thing about this one too, as opposed to some of the traditional tensiometers that are out there, there's not a cage on the top that I have to lift up and disassemble so that my rope can go in here. It easily will fit onto my puller and then follow the rope path. When I power my unit on, a great thing about this tensiometer also is that it's got a lighting system. The 3 green lights indicate that you're in a great zone, you're pulling fairly well, that the tensions are very low. The yellow light comes on, indicates that you're kind of getting a little more attention, pay attention here. And then when the red light comes on, there'll also be a loud beeping noise, and the screen itself will flash orange, which indicates that, hey, you're reaching max tension, you need to stop the pull right now. This tensiometer also not only tells you the tension on the rope here, but it tells you the pulling speed. So it's an accurate pulling speed with how fast you're going. And it also shows the distance pulled here. So if I'm monitoring this thing appropriately, I can actually see how fast I'm going. It gives me a lot of valuable information. The nice thing too is with this easy touch screen here, I can set my maximum tension here. So say, I want to set it for 1,000 pounds or 10,000 pounds. I set it up here, and then the tensiometer, the unit itself, knows that once it hits that tension point, that's when it gives you the alarms. It also shows the elapsed time. It's got job numbers on here, so I can switch if I'm doing multiple pulls in the same day. I can change the job name in there. And then also it shows you the date and the time, which I can set. That with all that information, again, then I can email it off to whoever it is that needs to receive the certification. Also, an exciting feature with this is that before the end of the year, there'll be an app created that you can use in tandem with the tensiometer. So if you don't want to use the flash drive, you can actually use your cell phone, and you can monitor and you can send reports directly from your phone. So one thing I wanted to show you here with the tensiometer also is how easy it bolts on to our Maxxis 10K puller. This is the XD10. I'm set up here for an underground pull. All I have to do is take 2 simple bolts. I pop one in on this side, and then I pop the other in right there, and I'm set up and ready to pull.